the time the main character and the male lead was having their sexy time, the male lead's brother called, and the main character had to put on a whole act that he wasn't with the male lead, and that he was totally on the male lead's brother's side. And the male lead's brother accusing the main character of informing his dad about the whole poisoning thing, because again, he tried poisoning his dad. The main character informed the dad to test it out, and the main character's like, well, you know, the person I was telling you could be possibly a traitor and keep, you know, the person who betrayed my family, I would be keeping an eye on them. Maybe they were the one who told your dad, because why would I tell your dad this? I don't even like your dad, and I didn't even know you were poisoning your dad. Oh my god, you poisoned your dad? That is such a thing to do. Oh my, I only knew that you tried poisoning your brother. The sister-in-law, she hands over her evidence to the cops, and then she posts it on her Weibo for everyone to see, which her fans are not happy. And I'm so happy no one came for her, because like when it came out to the main character's father being in prison, people were like, you know, he could be like his dad. Like, you know, there were people who protected him, but someone did state that. I was so worried that people were coming out against her, being like, oh, so you had evidence against your husband, but you didn't say anything at the time about the pimp entertainment boss? Like, when people were talking about that case at the time, you didn't come out and say anything. You didn't come to the police. You didn't inform them. You waited until now to say something. Like, I was so worried that some people were going to come get her, being like, oh, you protected your husband until now for your own safety. Like, yeah, she states that she was sorry for that in her post, but I was so scared people would come for her. Like, I was worried. Luckily no one did, but I had been so scared that someone would have come for her. The Melly's brother is arrested, taken away, but it's suspicious because he doesn't say anything. He's having his lawyers say everything and do everything. Like, that's a little suspicious. Like, I'm so worried for the main character. His childhood friend calls him, informs him, because the main character had been asleep this entire time, and the main character's like, blah 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 blah, I will look into it, it's okay, just don't be worried. And I'm like, honey, you should be more worried. Like, you should be so much more worried. Also, the main character finds something sweet from his second assistant, who is actually the male lead's only assistant, is that the male lead told his only assistant that if there's ever something going on between him and the main character, take the main character's side, literally betray him for the main character. He literally tells his assistant that, and I'm like, ah! And they only find out because, you know, the second assistant's tattling on the first assistant for being quote-unquote mean to the main character, and it's just because the main character and him are messing with each other. The second assistant reveals to them that, yeah, he always will take his main character's side. Whatever the main character wants, he will make sure of it. And he will inform the male lead every little thing the main character does, but he will always have to take the main character's side. I am not kidding. It's super sweet. I also think it's funny and cute that the main character wants to tell his past self, why did you ever think this man was unromantic? He's the most romantic man ever. But I'm like, honey, it's the same as the main character from Grandmaster Demonic Convention. Like, until you know your man better and you can understand what your man is saying, because your man does not want to communicate with words and want to do things behind your back, like, you're not going to understand what he's saying. You don't understand his feelings. Until you get a better understanding of him and his feelings, you're not going to understand his actions. And that's the same way. You always thought he was unromantic because of the way he perceived and acted towards you, because you had misunderstandings of him and you were hurt because of his past behaviors. But now you got a better understanding. You can understand his behaviors better, and now you find them romantic. But again, Cole Terrence are not the most romantic characters. I know they're so popular, but honestly, it's also because I like the sweet kind. I like the golden retriever type. I like the type that is the Windmaster from Heaven's Official Blessing. Give me the Windmaster. Give me the /Windmistress any day of the week. I'm not kidding. That's my type. That's my type. I like them sweet. I like them caring. I like them being cute. So the main character, he's all alone at this point. Like, their entire time they're supposed to be doing their probation thing, the main character's basically by himself. And the male lead's going to leave the main character alone more. He's supposedly going to England to make a deal with the traitor who betrayed the main character's family, and make a deal with the guy to make the guy betray the brother and the father. And they're still making the brother believe that this dude is the real traitor and not the main character who's a double spy. But yeah. Well, the main character's like, okay, I'll stay here. I'll be quiet. I'll be good. Well, the main character gets a call from the childhood friend, and I'll say this. The childhood friend is my little favorite. I kind of wish he was the male lead. He was the main love interest because he's always there for the main character. He's always protecting the main character. He's always caring for the main character. He literally pulls out his hand, arms out, so the main character can cry, and then he's the reason why the main character went to the entertainment industry, so the main character wouldn't fall apart. Like, he is so good to the main character. And when he found out the brother got released on bail, the first thing he does is call the main character to warn him and tell the main character to be careful, to be safe. And I'm like, why are you not the man? Where is the male lead when the main character needs him? Nowhere to be seen. In England, making a deal with a traitorous scum while the main character's not safe. Like, I know it's not the male lead's fault, but like, I can't help it. I can't help it. Be like, the childhood friend is better. Though I will say this is something cute. So the main character, you know, like I said, they're on this probation thing, but he hasn't really seen the male lead since they done the probation thing. It's only been text messages and phone calls. Well, one day he's like making Weibo post and trying to keep up their ship name and stuff like that and protect the male lead because, you know, he's being dragged down and the main character's kind of being dragged down by the reveal of the brothers' crimes kind of stuff. Well, the main character is like, well, Bobo, here's the post I'm making about our ship. Don't you feel for me? And the male lead kind of hints that he has a Weibo, and the main character's like, what? So he searches for it, but the male lead doesn't outright state he has one. He just kind of hints that he does and won't reveal the name of his post, and the main character finds it. And it's a post for years, like years dedicated as a fan to the main character. He's been fanning for years, reposting the main character's posts, making comments here and there. The day the main character and the male lead met each other again, he posted about it. Like, the male lead's been posting about the main character all this time, and the main character's like, literally bawling, full on bawling. He's bawling because he's like, I wasted time, the male lead loved me. Also, he questions the male lead and finds out the male lead has this entertainment company and was going around buying other entertainment companies so he could give the main character a better future. And the main character's like, then why did you blacklist me? The male lead didn't say why, and I'm also a little confused. Did he blacklist the main character from other show businesses so the main character could run to those companies but run to his? Like, I'm side-eyeing him here. I'm side-eyeing him.